Today's topic is about pain body, and the term comes from Eckhart Tolle, the spiritual teacher, and his book, The Power of Now. Pain body is something I've talked about in the past, and Eckhart Tolle's solution for people that have pain body is presence, is to recognize when the pain body is active and to have intense presence to dissolve the pain body. But even Eckhart Tolle said that when he went and visited with his mother-in-law, even his intensely quiet aura only had temporary effects on his mother-in-law. Which implies that your aura, if it's very quiet, it can help other people who have got really horrible pain bodies that they're attached to. Are you a pain body? Well, this is a troublesome thing. No. The human being is not the pain body. The pain body is a very negative collection of energies, and it comes to possess the body of the human. And it seems that certain people have somehow become associated with very toxic energies. So what can you do about it? Well, education is the best thing. You have to understand what are these toxic energies and what the best people have recommended to do about them. So you need some good books if you like to read. And if you don't like to read, then you need some audio books and videos from YouTube. And so the list of books that you need to read are The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. You need Transcending the Levels of Consciousness by Dr. David R. Hawkins. You could go with The Celestine Prophecy by James Redfield. You need Your Erroneous Zones by Dr. Wayne Dyer. If you use those 4 books, you'll have a very good selection of ideas and descriptions of what problems come up that make people toxic and what can be done about that. There's also books about letting go. So there's a book titled Letting Go by Dr. David R. Hawkins. And there's a book called The Sedona Method by, I'm not sure, let me look. Sedona Method by Hale Dwoskin. There's a lot of other people that you can read, but if you start off with these ones, get to know them very well, and you must apply the ideas in these books. So don't get the books, read them once, and throw them into the closet. You need to leave them out on your coffee table next to your Nintendo. And then you need to listen to videos by these authors so that you can get further information from them. And this needs to be your number one project, because on planet Earth, our biggest problem is still with people. The psychology of people. And even if you've worked on yourself and you think you're okay, you know there are plenty of other humans around that are not okay and are pretending to be normal, but they ain't. And so you've got to become an expert amateur psychologist, because these people are in your life. Some people try the avoid toxic people method. It's not too good a method, because if you're not visible to toxic people, then they don't have new role models. All they have is a pool of toxic people, and they emulate one another and fight with one another. Which means you're going to have to take on the unfortunate duty of being available to toxic people. I hear a lot of people, internet memes saying, cut toxic people out of your life. You deserve better. Yes, you do. You do deserve better. But if you leave toxic people to fester in their toxicities, it's a cancer. Because these toxicity people are going to figure out a way to get back in your life. They're going to get involved with the political process, and they're going to implement policies that are going to restrict your freedom and your happiness. The toxic people are going to use censorship and control. And it's going to come into your life as long as there's toxic people on planet Earth. So you can't just separate yourself from them, because they're going to get you, sucker. So you're going to have limited engagement with toxic people. And many people are going to say, I know toxic people and I don't want them around me. Well, that's why I said limited. So if your boss is toxic, quit. What else are you going to do? How are you going to have limited contact with toxic people so they get the ideas that they need in order to change? Well, if you have toxic people in your family, or loosely we'll call them your friends, maybe you might like to give them presents. And the presents you're going to give them are these books that I've just mentioned. And keep giving them self-help, psychological books to deal with toxic things. So maybe they'll get a hint. Why do you keep giving me these kind of books? It's because I still find you toxic to be around. And if you give them the book, maybe it's going to go in their closet. But at least one day they got the message. And and if you got a lot of money, then once a month you give them a new self-help book. Maybe one day they're going to say, why do you keep giving me these things? And you could honestly look at them and shut up. And just be silent. And then after 10 minutes of you being silent and they ask you again, you can get up off your chair, put down your coffee spoon, look at them and say, you're toxic. And I keep giving you these books month after month, and you don't read them. You don't apply these concepts. And so this is why I give them to you, because I cannot stand to be with you very long at all. So you can expect me to send you by FedEx another book next month, because I don't think I can sit in your company again next month for coffee. I'm probably going to need a few months distance from you. So this is the message that the universe is delivering through me. You are not able to resolve your horrible nature. And so I'm giving you the message. You've got a horrible nature, resolve it. And then you can put on your coat, pick up your umbrella, put on your shoes, and walk out. And you had a limited engagement with someone toxic in your circle. Then you can go home and you can sit quietly and meditate with the intention of, who else do I know who's as toxic as the person I just had coffee with? And you can start writing down names. And then what I'm going to suggest is you go to a used bookstore or a thrift shop that's got books, and just start buying used books that are psychological and self-help. What these ones that I gave you would be good. I've done this. I did this last Christmas. I went to this thrift store and I pulled everything that they had and I gave it to, I got so many toxic people in my life, you wouldn't believe it. And that's what they got for Christmas. So see if you can get the used books that are cheap and mail them to these people or whatever, or go and drop them off at their place of business. You can put a card on it. If you don't want your name, you can just say, a present from the universe. And get these books into the hands of the people who need to read them. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and share. My name is fed up and I can't handle it anymore.